Hello and welcome back to Tekkit with myself, Lewis. How is it going? I'm here to bring you your daily dose, well, not so daily, but kind of daily dose of Tekkit greatness. So today we're going to make a tunnel ball, and we're going to make a couple of other things that we need to actually use to create the tunnel ball first, and then we can get on with it. So the first thing we need to do is make a blast furnace. This is kind of like the coke oven, except we're going to make some steel. And steel is one of the main ingredients in the railcraft for doing these sorts of things. You're never really going to use it any other time, and it doesn't actually work with any of the equivalent exchange stuff, but hey ho, that is fine. Now, to make a blast furnace, you need to take a trip into the nether first, because you need to get yourself some magma chrooms. So you need to get some blaze rods for some blazers, and you need some soul sand, and you need to grab yourself some nether bricks. Now, I've got a ton here. I'm going to show you how to make a blast furnace brick. So the brick kind of looks a little bit like this. So you put magma cream like that, nether bricks like so, and soul sand. There we go. And you get a blast furnace brick. Yeah, you get four of the brickages. Now this is something that I did a little bit earlier. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Now we're gonna plunk it down and create some steel. So let's where should we put it? Got that there. Oh god, yeah, we'll put it here. Yeah, why not put it here? So it's like a 3x3x4 radius to do this one. So put that there, like that. There we go. And now we go up. There we go. Is it? And we do this all the way around, just like the coke oven. But it's a little bit taller than the coke oven. Oh. This side and this side. Boop. And voila, there we go, one blast furnace. Now when the blast furnace is actually there and it's operational, there is actually magma inside it, so try not to blow it up or do anything silly, because you might end up getting yourself magmatized. Now to use the blast furnace, the easiest type of fuel that you can put in it is probably your coal coke, because you're going to be making tons from this anyway, and you should have loads left over. So like we've got 46 here, there we go. So if we take this out and plop it into here, like so, and we're going to go grab ourselves some tasty iron ingots, and we're going to turn them into some steel. So let's do this. Where's my iron? We want regular iron ingots. There we go. And let's melt this one down, shall we? Do a bit of smelting. Yes. There we go. And it's off. There we go. So if I broke into this now, it'd just spill out lava all over me. It'd be horrible. I'd be melting. Actually, I wouldn't be melting because I have my quantum suit. I would just laugh in the face of lava. I'd be like, "Whoa, you orangey fuel." There we go. Right, so now we have a steel ingot. Now you need tons of these to do all the next stuff that you're going to be doing. So spend some time adventuring, killing some zombies, I don't know, harassing some creepers or whatever you do in your spare time, I guess. And yeah, you just leave it for ages. Now while it's doing that, I've actually got a load in here already. There we go. So we're going to take these steel ingots and we're going to make something else, something a little bit different. So we're going to make ourselves a tunnel ball. Now to make a tunnel ball, we need a couple of mine carts like that. We need a chest cart. So let's plop that there and take a chest. Yes. And oh, wrong button. There we go. So chest and a cart and chest cart. There we go. Now we need to make some steel blocks. So let's fill this up with steel. There we go. I think we only need 2. There we go. So we got our mine carts, chest carts, and we need some furnaces. Have I got any regular cobblestone here? Yes. There we go. Let's get some furnaces on the go. There we go. We need 2. There we go. Easy. Now, the recipe for this kind of goes a little bit like this. So, furnaces on the side, like that. You put your blocks of steel at the top, like so. You put 2 mine carts down here, and a chest cart at the bottom, and you get a tunnel ball. And as you can see, Sphax, the guys at Sphax and the users haven't actually done anything for it yet. I think it's because it's such a hard one and it was really buggy when it first came out. People had some like massive problems with it. Now we'll put some of these back in here. We need to keep at least one because we need to make something else in a minute. And we'll pump some of these back in here like that. There we go. And our sand. Oh no you don't. Oh no you don't. Ah, that's what you get. How's this doing, by the way? 8. So you can see it takes its time, but it gets there eventually. It gets there eventually. It's slow, but it's powerful. So let's do this. So now we're going to plonk our blast furnace back into here, like so. And there's anything else we need. Let's have a little search. We need some diamonds. Let's grab some diamonds. And that's pretty much it. So we need to make a diamond block firstly. There we go. 1 block of the diamonds. And these can go back in here. And now we need to put that like that. Oh, in the middle. And fill it with ingots. And we get a very nice diamond bore head. Now there's different heads that you can use for the tunnel bore because it loves head. And you can make steel ones, you can make iron ones, but they're not as good as the diamond one. So that's the one we want. That is the best one. So let's grab some track and let's check this monstrosity out, shall we? There we go. Take some regular track. Now this thing actually uses track as well, so we'll take some more track. Yes. Yeah, we'll take 64. We need some fuel, so we'll take some coal coke. There we go. Very nice. We'll take loads. There we go. And we need some gravel. You're probably asking, why the hell do you need gravel? Well, you'll see. You'll see. So let's get some gravel. Oh god, we need to transmute some more gravel. There we go. Some gravels. There we go. 64. 64. Tons of gravel. How much EMC have I got in there? Like, oh my god, I've got like almost 1/4 mil. I've got over 1/4 mil. Insane. Right, so we're going to point it in this direction, because this looks like the best direction. So let's get rid of these. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Easy. And that's fine. That's fine. Easy. Right, so let's put some more trackage down here. A little bit more. Thus. There we go. Now we're going to lay our tunnel bore down on the track, because he's a monster. There he is. Look at that monstrosity. God, it looks evil. It could really do with a Sphaxing, but hopefully one day it will get done. If not, I'm going to do it. I will do it. I will do it for the best of the world. So if we click on it, we can put fuel, gravel and rails, and a head. Let's put a head in there. Firstly, there we go. And now we want to put some fuel in there. So coal coke. In you go. There we go. Get in there. Tracks. And gravel. There you go. And he's off. He's off on a mental one. So this is basically going to bore its way through pretty much anything. There's only a few blocks it can't go through, but everything else it finds easy. And if it comes to like a chasm or somewhere that's like a block below, you have to remember that it runs on these tracks. It's going to lay down gravel and then it will plonk a track on top of it, which is amazing. And it kind of poops out all the stuff behind it. It just throws them down as if it doesn't care. It doesn't care, because look at it, it's a monster. And it just keeps going. So as long as you keep it fueled, you keep tracks and a bit of gravel in there for the holes, it will go on forever. You can see it slowly making its way through it, and it's just easy. It doesn't care. It does not care at all. Now there's a couple other things you can do with this, and I'm going to show you now quickly. So if we get a minecart, and let's make a chest. Make a bit of chest. There we go. One chest, like so. And we make a chest cart, like that. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to plonk this on the track behind it. Give it a little push in the right direction, like so. Now that's not going to go anywhere with it, but if you give it a tap, on that, they're linked together, so you can actually make like proper trains and everything as well, which is ace. So that's going to follow behind it, and basically, oh, wrong one. Oh, there we go. If we click on this, it's going to show everything that's going in there, and you can also put our cobblestone and all these gubbins in it and the tracks. And it's going to use all this up and spew it into here basically, so you can keep it well stocked up and it will keep going on for years. Oh, we don't want that in there. There we go. Yeah, and that'll keep going for years. It's just going to keep moving, And there is one scary thing with this: it will just keep going. It will go to the end of the world, it'll go into chunky madness, and there is one problem that you're going to have from this, and it's basically that if it keeps going, it will go out of boundary of chunk loading, and if it goes out of boundary of where the chunks are loading, then it will just like, it'll pop or something. So there is another thing you can do. If you don't want to just follow it around behind it, just walking around behind it, then you can make something else. Now this is very intensive on your computer, so obviously if you're running it on really low and your computer's a bit old, this might spack your computer out a little bit if you do loads of them. But we're going to make a world anchor. Now to make a world anchor, we need some obsidian and some gold and some diamond, because they are kind of expensive. So where have I put my obsidian? We need some gold, so let's take some gold. Obsidian, there you are. And diamonds, there we go. It's getting dark. Let's make it daytime again. There we go. So the recipe for this one goes like this. So you put obsidian like that, you put gold like that, and you put diamonds like that, and you get a world anchor. Now how a world anchor works is basically when you put it down, or if you put it in a cart and attach it to the tunnel bore like so. So we plonk it there. What it's going to do is it's actually currently at this minute making sure that it's got a 3x3 area around it that is constantly loaded. So if I went miles off over that way, way past the chunk loading range, dependent on your computer and how you've got it set, this area here will stay loaded. So it can be a strain on the computer if you have kind of too much going on, and if you have tons of these down like all over the world, it's going to keep big areas of the world loaded, and it's going to be a strain on your computer. So just bear that in mind. Now you can actually tell where it's loaded. Normally if you push F12 or F9 it will show you. I've got mine set to O, so if I push O, it kind of, you see all these weird little purpley things? This is like the aura. So this is where it's loaded. Inside here is loading area. So if I go out of loading area, say here, oh no, we're still purple. Here, we're out of loading area. It doesn't like this area. It doesn't really know what's going on, so it doesn't load it. We push O again, and they'll kind of disapparate into nowhere. So let's pick this up, like so, and we're going to throw this onto a mine cart, and we're going to have an anchor cart, which is awesome. So if we plonk this on the track, give it a little push, like that, and link it to this, there we go, that's all linked together. So now I can just leave that, I can go off over here and tinker with my stuffs, and take some steel out of here and possibly a bit of creosote oil out of here, because I can. That's going to stay loaded, like everything. Like I know that I have it on quite high as it is, because you can see like miles over there, but if you didn't, then it will keep it loaded. The tunnel ball will keep going for years pretty much. And is it stopped? Is it stopped? No, but here's a perfect chance you see it lay some gravel. So it's going to plonk a little bit of gravel down there. There we go, and then it will lay a track on top. It will lay a track on top. There we go. And it'll just keep going. It'll keep going for ages. And the great thing is you can pile up like tons and tons of chests behind it, chest carts, and just reap the reward. Reap the constant rewards. You can see that so far we've been rewarded with sand and cobblestone, which is probably one of the best rewards. But that's going to keep going, and that's awesome. There we go. So that is pretty much it. That is it for this episode. That is the anchor cart. That is the wild anchor. That is the tunnel bore, and that is the steel furnace, the blast furnace, the best furnace. Now in the next episode we're going to look a little bit more into railcraft, and it will be the last episode. I know I haven't touched everything, but I feel I've touched some of the main things. Like I say, I don't know everything about railcraft, but I know enough to keep myself going. So yeah, that's that one. And oh my god, I just realised it's killed my block. Oh my god, it's killed my block. Oh no it hasn't, no it hasn't, no you don't. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, it's that's going to be the end episode of Railcraft, and after that we're going to move on to something else. I've had some suggestions from some of you guys, giving me some great feedback on what we should do next, and I will be selecting one of those, and we'll go from there. I'm also going to be taking some suggestions from some past viewers who have left some comments that need to be done first. So once we've done this, we're going to run through all of their stuff. I think in the next episode we're going to be looking at ways of making sure you don't get hassled on a server, but the Tekkit way. So we're going to do it the Tekkit way. So No silly little traps where you fall into TNT or lava or anything. No, we're going to do it hardcore. We're going to electrocute them and burn them and everything in the Tekkit style. So that's going to be in the next episode. Then after that, we're going to look at some other things, and eventually we'll get on to the next subject and go from there. The next episode is probably going to be a bit longer as well, actually, because I want to try and cram as much as I can into it, just to kind of finish off the railcraftage. Oh, look at him go! He's so beautiful. He's just on his way. He doesn't care. He doesn't need to care. He is the ball. And I think he stopped. Yeah, he stopped. Oh no, no, he's off. No, he's off. He's fine. Right, so that is it. I hope you've enjoyed that episode. My name is Lewis, and if you're wondering about the server, it's still on the go. I'm just trying to figure out ways of funding it. It's a little bit more expensive than you might actually think, making a Tekkit world. So it will happen, but I need to figure out how I'm going to do it first. And if you guys have any suggestions on how to fund it, or how we can all get involved together in making it happen, because I unfortunately don't make any money from doing any of this at all. I just do it for a laugh. Silly thing, actually, within the first couple of weeks of having my YouTube account, because I used to do this with a load of people. I used to do this with 4 or 5 people. If you actually look on past videos, this was actually going to be a technology review YouTube channel, and now look at it. I'm stood here next to a squid. But yeah, it was like a tech review channel. Give it a sun up. There we go. Just to finish it. Where was I? Yeah, tech channel, and it ended up like this. Half the guys kind of left. They've done their own thing. They didn't have the time for it because it's just a pastime. I started doing some other things. I managed to get it so that I could put AdSense onto the account, and for some reason Google destroyed it. They gave up. They destroyed it. They didn't want it anymore, and now I'm left with no means of actually making any sort of income from doing all this. So I do it for fun. There we go. I do it for a laugh. I enjoy it. I enjoy talking to you guys and girls and children and wombats. So yeah, I have no way of funding this, so I'm gonna pig out my money as much as I can, but I need you guys to kind of get involved as well. So if you have any ideas on how we can fund this all together, then give me a shout, and we'll have a gander. And for any of you guys who keep asking me if I will play Tekkit with you or anything, I'm really busy. I would love to, but I have work, and this is the reason why there isn't so many episodes like I wish. I'm actually going on holiday in a couple of weeks' time, going to Cornwall, where I'm going to not be surfboarding because it's absolutely raining proper hard here. It's horrible. So I'm just going to kind of chill and I don't know, eat a pasty or something. Eat a Cornish pasty, probably one of the best pasties. And yeah, so I'm going to be away for a week, and actually, here's a good question for you. If I'm going to be away for a week, do you want all the episodes thrown out now? Do you want them all in the next couple of days that are going to be out, or do you want them spaced out? Because I'll upload them, hide them, and then I'll get Heather or someone to make them public as the week goes on. Or I can just throw them all out in the next couple of days, and you guys can just watch them all, and then just kind of deal with no episodes for a week. I don't know. Your decision. Let me know. But in the meantime, that is it. My name's Lewis. Sorry for a little rant there and a ramble, but I need to clear that. I feel better now. I feel like I can sit back in a chair and not have to worry, and possibly drink, I don't know, some milk or a cup of tea. I could go mad and have a cup of tea with some sugar. Huh! Who do you think you are, boy? Yeah, you get out of here, you wet person. So yes, I'm going to go enjoy myself, and I will see you soon for another episode of Tekkit, probably tomorrow, because I'm going to try and push them out. Get back to me on my questions and things, because I need to know what's going down, and I will see you lot soon for some more Tekkit madness. My name's Lewis. Goodbye.